All right, we got a replay here from two of our rising stars in the community. Everchicken was playing a bunch. I think it was post-IE. The pre-IE and post-IE is all kind of blurring together here for me a little bit. IE being Immortal Empires. But plays a lot of Zinch. Good dude. One of the patrons for the channel. He's over on the Ogres. And then there's Tree Tone, who I've been seeing playing a lot recently. And I've played with a good amount. A newer player. Yeah, newer player. I don't have anything negative to say about him, I suppose. They could just use a little practice. Like, most of the issues I notice with them is just, like, general, yeah, if you practice more, the stuff will get better. It's not, like, huge, egregious mistakes. It's just, like, little things. They also, like, they tend to have really weird builds. And this is another one, so maybe they just kind of are living their best life and playing for fun. In which case, never change, Street Town, never change. But we have Alberic to Bordalo. I kind of get it versus Ogres, because you do have that Braid of Bordalo bonus versus large, and Ogres are a very large faction. Royal Pegasus Knights, which are kind of a wild pick. Non-armor-piercing, anti-large weapon strength with some magic damage, but the Ogres aren't particularly known for their physical resist, are they? I don't see a ton of it. Anyway. Bunch of men-at-arms with pole arms, some spearmen-at-arms, that sort of thing. Peasant bowmen with fire arrows. The fire arrows are a good shout-out because fire does reduce healing a little bit, and the Ogres have a ton of that. Two Grail Knights, not the Grail Guardians we've been seeing so much. These guys do have their own bonus versus large, but Grail Knights, Grail Guardians have been really shining with their better armor-piercing values and their just jacked stats. The other side for the Ogres, we do have two Crushers with great weapons, one of which is the Arwa Sky Striders. Two Saber-Tusk packs, 5 Noblars, 4 Ogre Bulls with dual weapons, another Ogre Bull, Powder Guts, Man-Eaters, Ogre Pistols. I love the Powder Guts. They're like my favorite Ogre unit that is underappreciated. And then a Slaughtermaster with the Great Maw with just Troll Guts for some healing. Saber-Tusk packs and the Sky Striders trying to catch those Grail Knights. Get them bogged down in a melee fight that they won't be wanting. Alberic is coming over with the Royal Pegasus Knights to try and get a counter charge over here. We'll see how he does. And this is going to be a rough fight for Everchicken. Fighting in 2 different units of halberds with some anti-large cav and Alberic joining in. The Sky Striders are going to want out of that fight. In the distance, though, the other Grail Knights get caught by the other Crushers in the Saber-Tusk pack, and that is much more of what Everchicken wanted out of this southern fight, is what happened up there. Now, Sky Striders are trying to get away. They're getting a Troll Guts. It can't be overcast this early in the game, can it? Nope. So it's just a regular Troll Guts. We'll try to heal them up as they run away. Meanwhile, the Ogres are plowing through the front line, sometimes just leaving Noblars behind to fight the Peasants, while their Ogre Bulls with dual weapons chase down these little Peasant Bowmen with fire arrows. Really don't want them shooting at your units and getting that good poke damage. More Ogre Bulls trying to take a fight with the Grail Knights. As long as they don't get charged directly by the Grail Knights, they will trade up in that matchup, so I think that is pretty good for them. And the Sky Striders, having tough time getting away from Alberic and the Royal Pegasus Knights, are going to just try and stop archers for a while, and they'll get some Ogre support soon as these Peasants are really taken care of quite swiftly. The front line for Bretonnia is holding for now, and the Powder Guts are coming into range. They can maybe start offering some shooty-shoot support. As the Sky Striders taking damage, what's happening here? Who's getting healed and why? A regrowth onto the Royal Pegasus Knights, really trying to keep them up and healthy, and the Sky Striders are getting worked on by Alberic and his friends. But now, the tables might be turning here, because the Royal Pegasus Knights now have no support. All the Bretonian support units are routed, and you are dealing with a bunch of Ogre Bulls, even some Noblars. So your Royal Pegasus Knights, while they are getting a regrowth that's keeping their health topped off, I think once that wears off, they will start suffering quite a bit. In the backfield, more Crushers trying to run away from those Grail Knights who hung on earlier. More Ogre Bulls with dual weapons going out to support them. So really the Ogres trying to make a play on the Bretonian Cav. At the moment, they are ignoring most of the chaff that they can. They're just walking away from it. Sky Striders getting ground into dust. The Royal Pegasus Knights are surprisingly tanking through this just fine. Even with all the heal support has worn off, they're still not taking a ton of damage. As a big terror out comes in for the Ogres, they're getting pushed out of here while more dual weapons join the fight. So do more halberds from the other side. Now in the backfield, Ogres doing much better. Saber-Tusk packs are chasing down those Peasant Bowmen, trying to charge up the Ogres army passive, probably to get a Butcher in here soon for some high-value unit. And those other Grail Knights were killed off by the Crushers. Just a couple of them returning to the fight now, but I don't think they'll have a significant presence in this game. Man-eater pistols continue to shoot at the Royal Pegasus Knights. It looks like that's what they're going after. The Royal Pegasus Knights will dive on them now. But why I love these units is about to come into play. When they are losing in melee combat, their stats get completely jacked up. They're at 50, 52, boom, 74, 60, and they really should turn around and just take the fight. They're not going to outrun those horses, and with their gigantic stat advantage, they should just stay and fight. Maybe even get a butcher from the army passive if it hasn't been used already somewhere else, because there's no way the ogres don't have a butcher yet. They have killed so many peasants. We do need to see some support coming in, though, because the Powder Guts are not doing well without any healing. They need a Troll Guts or they need the Butcher, and they're not going to get it. They just get pushed off entirely. Damn, that is a toughie. Oh, another thing is, I don't know if this was the case, but if you are using the Powder Guts, take them off of guard mode. It requires a little bit more micro out of them, but if they're on guard mode, they won't turn around and fight in melee when they're attacked. They'll keep trying to shoot, and that can really stop them from using their great stats. Another Troll Guts onto the Crushers with great weapons. Still have not seen a Butcher. I don't know where the Ogre's army ability is going, because I haven't seen any slows or the massacres either. I wonder if they're even using it, but there's no way they haven't charged up a ton of army ability by now. Man-eater's pistols are back in the fight. Up on a hillside, they turn around, and they're going to start shooting at Alberic, it looks like. The Ogres are significantly down on the balance of power. Crushers charge back in. They're looking to try and snipe maybe Alberic, who does currently have 60% physical resist. Another Earthblood for him. And the Crushers, I don't know where they're trying to go, but it's not working out for them just yet. The Sky Striders received some more healing from some source, somewhere, somehow. They only have 4 models. How good can it really do? The Ogre is still trying to rally a little bit, and these last Crushers gonna get taken down. And they even Terror out. They're not even ITP. I forgot that. Damn. Things are looking rough for the old Ogres. Tony has a ton of halberds left. They have a Grail Relic. Yeah, there's still a Grail Relic that they could group up around to make sure that their peasants stay in the fight. Royal Pegasus Knights can chase off the Crushers. No, they opt back out of it. Man-eater pistols are still trying to shoot up into the sky. And either I am blind or the Ogre player made a mistake in not using the army abilities in any capacity, because there's no shot. There's no shot that they didn't charge up enough. Royal Pegasus Knights finally taking punishment in this game. They have really weathered the storm, but getting worked down now by the Slaughtermaster and the Crushers with great weapons. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Man-eaters still try to pull back, still try to fight Alberic. The Grail Knights and Royal Pegasus Knights taking a real beating, but there's peasant support now. More Crushers and Saber-Tusks are coming back, though. Ogres could have a second wind in this game. So Royal Pegasus get up in the sky. Man-eaters continue to kite away. The Sky Striders attempt to catch Alberic. Do the Man-eaters just go into melee? Because they have him fully surrounded right now. They get landed on by the Royal Pegasus Knights. Royal Pegasus Knights overshoot their charge. They are going to come back, but Alberic is already down to half HP. We need some kind of heal support up here, my guys. We need to heal up these Powder Guts. No, they get routed off yet again. The Crushers diving in now. They will get a side charge onto the Royal Pegasus Knights, though. Crushers don't really have the best charge animations or anything. They really don't do that much damage on a charge. And I'll admit, I'm sad. I'm sad I haven't seen a Butcher onto either the Powder Guts or these are the Crushers. Don't know where all the army passive went, but did not go to those key targets. Now, we did get a lot of Troll Guts healing off. I'm not saying they got no healing. It's just I didn't see the army ability go off. Actually, the Powder Guts didn't get any healing, but neither here nor there. Bretonnia will take it. And the Royal Pegasus Knights doing surprisingly well through the fight. Alberic 1,700 value while being supportive. Almost 4,000 for those Royal Pegasus Knights. Good stuff there. Grail Knights mixed. One of them did well, the other did not. Peasant Archers got run the fuck down right away. Peasant Pole Arms did great. Grail Relics just kept people in the fight. Peasant Spears also did well. Forever Chicken, Slaughtermaster provided a ton of useful healing through his Troll Guts. Man-eater pistols still paid for themselves. And the Crusher Burrows both did okay. The single Saber-Tusk pack spent most of the game chasing down some stuff. Ooh, there's another one. Yeah, they both did okay. The Ogre Bulls with the dual weapons and their bonus versus infantry, I don't know. I tend to just go for the Iron Fist so that they have higher melee defense and shields, but some players like the dual weapons. Ogre Bulls did fine. GG. Roar!
Subscribe, yes, yes.